Hey everyone, this is Rasmus, aka The Enemy. Welcome to my review of the Vector K10 from Black Ops 2. The Vector K10 has a fire rate of 939 rounds per minute, which is pretty standard for an SMG. It also has a pretty standard damage model, clocking in at 33 per bullet at 15 meters, 22 per bullet at 20 meters, and 18 per bullet beyond 20 meters. This means that when shooting the neck and chest, which both have a damage multiplier of 1.0, you will be able to take down your opponent in 4 shots at 15 meters, 5 at 20 meters, and 6 at anything beyond 20 meters. However, the Vector K10 has a headshot damage multiplier of 1.1. This means that at 15 meters you will be able to take your opponent down in just 3 shots if just 1 of 3 hits is a headshot, and the rest are either torso or neck. I haven't found any information about what the multipliers on the rest of the body are. My favorite attachment configuration for the Vector requires that you have the primary gunfighter wildcard equipped, which allows you to equip an extra attachment. The attachments are the long barrel because it increases damage at range, the laser sight because it improves hipfire accuracy, and lastly fast mags because I play quite a bit of ground war, so given the larger teams of 9v9, you run into enemies more frequently, making it nice to be able to reload quickly to be ready for your next fight. 6v6 games on small maps can also get quite hectic, but it ultimately comes down to which attachments best suit your own playstyle on the map you're playing. The reason I pick fast mags over extended mags is that you rarely run head-on into more than 2 to 3 enemies at a time. In which case, depending on your accuracy, the 36 bullets which are in the standard version of the clip should be able to get the job done. Also, given the fast reload time of quick mags, you obviously won't be caught reloading nearly as often. It's worth noting though, that you spawn with 4 magazines regardless if you have extended mags or not. So seeing as the extended clips contain 48 bullets per magazine instead of the standard 36, you actually spawn with a total of 48 more bullets when you have extended mags equipped. However, if you choose to go with only 2 attachments and a secondary, you may think it a good idea to go with fast hands, so that you can switch weapons faster. But I would go with scavenger, which gives you the option to replenish your ammo and equipment from dead enemies, unless they died from explosives. The reason I would go with scavenger over fast hands is that I would rather just use my weapons instead of having to go around picking up other people's weapons. I wouldn't recommend using a red dot or ED tech sight with this gun, because it's a waste of an attachment when you, with some practice, can be just as accurate with the iron sights. I don't use the target finder. I don't have a problem seeing enemies without it. This probably holds true for most, in turn making the target finder a waste of an attachment for most, and along with the reduced field of view makes this attachment seem like a nerf, much less an improvement. I wouldn't recommend using quick draw on this gun and wasting a potentially better attachment. This isn't necessarily the case for longer range weapons, and here's why. If you hit the aim down sights button before the trigger instead of the other way around, your gun won't shoot till you're fully aimed down your sights. On the contrary, if you hit the fire button first, you will likely put a bullet or 2 into your opponent before you're fully aimed down your sights, because this way your gun shoots while you bring it up to eye level. The reason you may want to use it with longer range weapons is that the further away your enemies are, the less likely you are to hit them before you're aimed down your sights. However, if you're using a laser sight, it will be much easier. I also wouldn't recommend using the foregrip with this gun unless you're also using the rapid fire attachment, and if you're skilled enough, not even, seeing as you can control its recoil manually. This is easier on the PC, but very possible on consoles as well. If you're up close and personal, rapid fire will complement this gun nicely due to the higher damage output. The select fire attachment gives you the option to choose between a 2-shot burst mode and fully automatic. It also increases your rate of fire, but not to the extent that the rapid fire attachment does. The silencer keeps you off the enemy's minimap when you shoot. It reduces the damage of your gun, and it doesn't keep you off the enemy's UAV. And given the constant UAV spam, using it without ghost in most game modes is questionable. The adjustable stock on this gun makes your max walking speed 2% faster when you're aiming down your sights than when you're not aiming down your sights. In my opinion, this attachment is a viable option. The millimeter scanner enables you to see enemies up to 25 meters away through solid objects. This feature can be helpful if used correctly, but I don't find it helpful enough to justify using it. FMJ increases damage through walls and increases damage against score streaks. Overall, I would say the Vector K10 is a good gun, which is good at what it does. That concludes my review of the Vector K10. Be sure to subscribe for reviews of the rest of the guns in Black Ops 2. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.